1,000-metre dash for the first leg of the triple trio with a big jackpot going in as well. This is the Jupiter handicap headed by Midnight Rattler, who was runner-up behind Special Stars last time out. Special Stars was winning on IJC night with Colin Keane in the saddle. General Iron finished 5th in that race. Mr. Right ran 6th. General Trump and Winner Supreme make their debuts. Lucky also out of the Special Stars race. He ran 4th. Multimax goes up in class after his last start win over the 1,200 metres here at Happy Valley. And Run Mucci will jump from barrier 5 with £5 off his back, courtesy of Dylan Moe. Now, Special Stars and Thou Shall Sing. He likes to roll on. He's got barrier 2. They've been up at Chung Far and back within the last 30 days.
It's a 1,000-metre class 4. There'll be no sit sprinting here. It will be a mad charge. Interesting, the two newcomers, General Trump, Winner Supreme, both do have pace. One by Rothsay, the other one by Rothsay. So interesting, two new runners. General Trump drawn 1 and Winner Supreme drawn 10.
One of the horses that always catches your eye in track work is Mr. Right, and you can see he's really stepping out nicely once again here. Always works well. Pacifiers come off him, and he's obviously one of those pace influences we saw there. Mr. Right, likely to go forward.
Definitely.
Yeah, he'll get pressure. That's the problem. I thought I'd show you one of the news ones here. General Trump. Thought he might be a chestnut, but no, he's...
with a red tie.
He's going nice.
He's got a red saddlecloth there.
He's actually trialled at Happy Valley a couple of times, hasn't he?
Yeah, and he's got ability.
Yeah, he's interesting. All right, so this is the first leg of the TT. Huge jackpot here, over 13 million going into the triple trio. We'll try and help you out as best we can here with some clues. Starting off with the last start winner, that's Special Stars, and his trainer, John Size.
Special Stars, John, that looked a pretty good win from him at just his second start.
Yeah, it was quite good, wasn't it? He sort of he did everything right the first day, and then the next day, second start, he improved quite quickly to win the race. He won the race quite handsomely. He put him away quite convincingly. So he's probably got another win in him.
Is he a horse you've got a bit of time for, John?
Well, I haven't seen much of him yet. He's only had 2 starts, but from what we've seen so far, he's certainly got some promise.
Yeah, a special moment for Colin Keane. His very first ride at Happy Valley was a winner. Beating Midnight Rattler, he gets a £7 turnaround.
Yeah, and he's a very well-rated horse, Midnight Rattler. He's been an enigma, really. He's been so hard to follow, but he's extremely well-rated, and we saw a touch of what he's capable of doing there.
Yeah, I've got them both in. I think Special Stars looks a really nice horse. So yeah. He's going to come up pretty short, as we can see, but I've got him on top.
We're just starting to see, what are we, a third of the way through the season, Andrew? The emergence of the John Size youngsters. They are bobbing up all over the place.
Yeah, double on the weekend, both John and Joe. Thou Shall Sing finishing 4th here, so last time out behind Fearless Fire. Drops back in trip.
Yeah, look, he hasn't won yet from 8 starts, but he's had 4 minors and a 4th, and I do think he's getting better and better with racing, getting more experience, and I don't mind him coming back to the 1,000. I think he'll be overhauled by the better turn of foot from Special Stars in the end, but I'll put him in as the cue horse.
I've got him in the numbers as well, because he's consistent on the place line, as Brett said.
All right, the first starters, Winner Supreme. Just had the one trial. He was back on the 18th. He's got speed and did this OK.
Yeah, son of Rothsay, as Brett said, this is the only trial we can look at, and it's an 800-metre trial. I don't know if he's quite ready with just having this one trial, but geez, he's got a bit of a speed, early speed here. You can see him going on, but he's never been to Happy Valley before, so, and he's drawn 10. I'm going to have to leave him out for those reasons.
By Rothsay out of a mare called Little Big Horse, who was by Falvalon, who's well known here in Hong Kong. He won the sprint twice.
All right, what about the other one then? General Trump, he's got a bit of early dash as well, and this is at Happy Valley. Yeah,
I'm actually going to leave both of them out. He's got the better draw. He is a colt too, so I'll be interested to see his behaviour in the paddock, because there's likely to be a decent crowd, and a young horse in that sort of environment could be interesting. I get the feeling he might get a little edgy.
He's had 4 trials, so he's obviously a little bit more forward as General Trump. But another one I've drawn from barrier 1, I've just left him out. I'll see him go around.
All right, Special Stars, impressive in Class 4 last time out. He stays in the grade, hard to beat, I'd have thought.
Yeah, he's on top, Special Stars. He's going to come pretty short, though, so I'm going to make Compassion Star my long shot. He did win over 1,400 metres, but with all this pace in this race, from barrier number 3, I really liked his 5th, behind Lakeshore Eagle last start. He hit the line really nicely, and he should be a decent price there. So I'll make him the long shot of the meeting in case something goes wrong with Special Stars. He gets held up in traffic. But 2 to beat 6. 1 Midnight Rattler is very well rated, as you mentioned, and back to some sort of form. And Thou Shall Sing's consistent. 2, 6, 1 and 5. I think the bet could be each way 6, though, with a Quinella with 2 and 6.
Fair enough. I think, yeah, Special Stars is going to come up pretty slim in the betting, particularly if Joe has a winner earlier on, maybe on the Sylph or the Joy of Giving. Maybe both, but he does look hard to tip against, doesn't he? So I'm like Paul, I'm going to shop around him with a bit of value potentially and put him as the banker in a Quinella, and I'll throw in Thou Shall Sing, and General Iron always hits the line well, so you might get a bit of extra value out of the queue as opposed to just taking the 2 straight out. You can probably do both if you've got plenty like Paul. Midnight Rattler I'll throw in for 4th. I'll leave him out of the queue spot. I'll risk him.
Joy of Giving, Brett.
1, 2 and 5 we've all got. Who did I include? Lucky as well. Yutaka got him rolling last time. It's a good run. Yeah. Similar sort of barrier, but the draw doesn't help him again this time.